Alright, so what's poppin', everybody? It's your man, Young Ida Costello, back again with another video. Now, like I said, this is list week for this channel. So all your sneaker lists, all your music lists, all that's gonna be coming this week and maybe a little bit in the next week. And this list that I have for you guys today is going to be the top honorable mention albums of 2016. Now, in 2016, a lot of albums dropped, and also a lot of albums dropped that I really enjoyed, that I really liked. But as far as lists go, I don't feel like every album deserves to be in my top 10 list of 2016. So the albums that didn't make it, I decided to make an honorable mentions list just so that those albums that I thought were cool still get the shine that they deserve. So without further ado, sit back, relax, go to McDonald's and get you a Whopper because we are about to get it poppin'. Now, the first honorable mention album that I had to give it to, it has to go to Lil Yachty, Lil Bo. Now, I really wanted to put this in my top 10 albums of the year, but it was so hard to because the top 10's album is like kind of stacked with the stud album. But I will say that Lil Yachty's Lil Bo is probably one of my favorite albums of the year. That's why it had to be an honorable mention. It had to. I thought that Summer Songs 2 was trash. I thought that Summer Songs 2 was not good at all, but I thought that Lil Yachty's Lil Bo was really good. I really like the production. Burberry Perry is like a wizard of making nautical, mystical kind of sounding beats. I really love the song Just Keep Swimming, and I like how it goes from Just Keep Swimming to Wanna Be Us. I really like how you don't really go into Lil Yachty with like high expectations, but when I went into this, there was some song that had this dope little bridge in it. It's just crazy. I like the happy vibe that you get from this album. It's a real positive, happy album. I just think that this is a real dope album. So if you guys haven't checked out Lil Yachty's Lil Bo, I played a song from Lil Yachty's Lil Bo on Snapchat and everybody was like, yo, what song is that? So if you guys haven't checked out Lil Yachty's Lil Bo, I recommend it to you. It's a great album. The production on it is really dope. It's not super lyrical because that's not Lil Yachty, but it's something that I think is real cohesive. It's real consistent with each other, and it's just really cool. Now, the next album that's an honorable mention, I had to give it to J. Cole, For Your Eyes Only. Now, a lot of people are probably going to be mad that it's not in my top 10 albums of the year. I really did like this album. It just wasn't my favorite album of the year, and it just wasn't my favorite J. Cole project. I really like how serious and emotional and moody he is on this project. I really like the story. I will say that the storytelling aspect does grow on you, and I feel like the storytelling could have been told a little bit better. I still feel like he does pull together a great project. I said that I liked the project, and I said that it was a great album on my review, and I said that the only thing that I wasn't really too crazy about was the story. And everybody in the comment section freaking went crazy on me for some reason when I said that I liked the album. I definitely like the J. Cole album. I think that Neighbors is a dope song. I really like how also the beat switches. J. Cole has a lot of moody production, a lot of moody low-key production, and his lyricism on this album was not weak at all. So I definitely recommend that for you guys. I know a lot of you guys have checked out the J. Cole, but if there are a lot of J. Cole haters out there who are not trying to check out the new Cole, stop hating. Stop hating. Like, just hate his fans. Don't hate him. Go check out For Your Eyes Only. It's super dope. Now, the next album honorable mention, I have to give it to YG, Still Brazy. Now, this album is dope. This album is crazy. My favorite song is definitely the title track, Still Brazy, because that beat is probably the most loose beat on the album. Even though the album is full of loose beats, I really do think that this album is dope. I really do like the storytelling. It gives me that real nice West Coast vibe, but then it still has that little 2016 new West Coast twist to it, which I think is really cool. One thing that's cool about YG, I didn't review this year because I wasn't reviewing albums back then, but one thing that's cool about YG is that this man talks in B's, like, you know what I mean? Like when he raps, he actually puts B's in front of the C's. I think that's cool. I think that's something real different that you're hearing in music nowadays as far as mainstream. I think that the production is super dope. It's real wavy, it's real grimy, and it's still bouncy at the same time. So if you guys haven't checked out YG Still Brazy, what are you doing? Like, go check out YG Still Brazy. It's super dope. The production on it is super nice. And if you guys did like that album, matter of fact, how did you guys feel about YG Still Brazy? If you liked it or if you didn't like it, put that in the comment section down below. But if you guys haven't checked it out, I recommend that you check it out. Now, the next album that is an honorable mention of 2016, we can't go a whole honorable mention without talking about 21 Savage, Savage Mode. Now this is another album that I didn't review. I was kind of on the fence of reviewing 21 Savage because I'll keep it real, I didn't go into 21 Savage thinking that I was going to be impressed at all. I thought that 21 Savage was just going to be another freaking like another one-hit wonder rapper that I didn't really care about, that you just hear on the radio with one song that bugs you all the time. But boy, was I wrong. When I first heard the song Red Ops from the Guwap tape, that one was like, oh, okay, I like this murder music. So then when he released Savage Mode, I thought that that was dope. Metro Boomin is a really dope producer. I really like the production that was handled. He really handled the production really well. It's kind of like mysterious and dark. Like, it's real fun to drive around with this music playing in the car. I really like 21 Savage rapping, although he's not a lyrical Picasso. He's not a lyrical Picasso, and he's not supposed to be a lyrical Picasso. I like his murder raps. This man be talk about killing music. Like, I don't know. It's just fun. Like, it's just fun to hear about it. I smashed your girl and made her eat a Plan B. Like, what? Like, that's some cold-blooded stuff right there. So if you guys haven't checked out 21 Savage, Savage Mode, I recommend that you guys definitely check it out. The song X by Future is super dope, and the song No Heart, probably the song everybody has heard about 21 Savage, is extremely fire. But how do you guys feel about 21 Savage, Savage Mode? Do you like it? Did you not like it? Put that in the comment section down below. But to you guys that haven't checked it out, what are you doing? Go check out 21 Savage, Savage Mode. Now the next album that definitely deserves to be an honorable mention of 2016 has to be Frank Ocean, Endless. Now although I did like Frank Ocean's Endless and I loved Frank Ocean's Endless, it was not a Blonde. Blonde was, I mean, like, we're not even going to get into Blonde. But I thought that Endless was nice. I thought that Endless was a lot more experimental than Blonde was, and Blonde was very experimental. I thought that Endless was cool. I didn't review Endless because I kind of heard Endless later, because once I heard Blonde, honestly, I didn't listen to no other music for like the next couple months after that. Like, I was still posting reviews, but I wasn't listening to nothing else but Blonde other than that. But I will say that Endless is dope. Like I said, it's extremely experimental. The production is real moody at times. And then it's also atmospheric. So like, it's kind of hollow in a way, but it's super dope. If you kind of gotta listen to this album from front to back to really get the gist of what's going on in it, and you really gotta watch the visuals since it's a visual album. And hey, Frank Ocean, after like 4 years, came out with 2 albums. Do not bug this man about putting out music no more, because when he came back, he said, hey, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna make sure these people ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna come out with the albums. I'm gonna come out with 2 albums back to back. Then I'm gonna come out with a magazine. I don't wanna hear nothing. Like, I don't wanna hear no peep out the fan. That's pretty much what he said. So, but as far as the album, I thought that the album was dope. It was really good. Have you guys checked out Frank Ocean's Endless? If you have, put that in the comment section down below. What did you think of it? But to all of you guys that haven't, I recommend that you check out Frank Ocean's Endless because it is super dope. Now the next album that is a 2016 honorable mention has to go to Schoolboy Q, Blank Face. Now Blank Face, I got some heat on the review when I reviewed Blank Face. I said that Blank Faces was really good. I just felt like it had a lot of filler in it. Like, I felt like Blank Faces could have been a lot better if it trimmed down the fat, if it took out some of the non-needed songs and maybe just posted those as just singles on the radio. I felt like most of the songs that were on there didn't need to really be on there, but I do feel like a lot of the songs on there are straight fire. And I will say that if you listen to it more and more, it does start to grow on you, and it did grow on me in a great way. It ends off fire. It starts off really nicely. The production on it is really good. It's really West Coasty. Like, it kind of has a laid back West Coast vibe, and it also has some dope beats behind it as well. Schoolboy Q's grimy and raspy voice fits over the tracks very well in my opinion. So I feel like that is an album that you guys should check out. I liked it. Did you guys like it? Did you guys check out Schoolboy Q, Blank Face? How'd you feel about it? If you liked it or if you didn't like it, put that in the comment section down below. But if you guys haven't checked it out, like I said, what are you doing? Go check out Schoolboy Q's Blank Face. Now the next album that is a 2016 honorable mention has to go to Logic, Bobby Tarantino. Now I really liked Bobby Tarantino. Bobby Tarantino is not really like a real album. It's kind of like the little fun album. It's like the fun mixtape before the album. And I think that that mixtape was super dope. Like I said, he's having fun through it. So it's real fun. A lot of the beats are real like hard hitting. They're really aggressive. They're all in your face. He's not that serious in this mixtape, but he is like bragging on you. Like, he's talking about the $2 million house that he got. I mean, in a lot of Logic's career, he hasn't been able to really boast about his accomplishments. So I really like that he took this project and he gave it a chance and he took the time to really boast about his accomplishments. The same with Mac Miller. On Good AM, on albums before Good AM, Mac Miller never really boasted about his accomplishments. But on Good AM, he started boasting about his accomplishments. And I feel like when you boast about your accomplishments, like, I like it, because like, you've accomplished that. You should be able to talk about how good you are and how much you're doing, especially if you don't do it that often. So I thought that Logic's Bobby Tarantino was super dope. I'm really excited for the album. Not sure about the name Afric-Arian. I don't know about that. Like, it's kind of corny, I'll keep it real. But I am excited for the album. But have you guys checked out Logic's Bobby Tarantino? Fun fact is that Logic's Bobby Tarantino was actually the first album that I reviewed on this channel, and it is crazy how things work, right? But if you like hard-hitting music that can go from being hard and aggressive to really somber, like how it is on a song 44 Bars, then I recommend that you check out Logic's Bobby Tarantino. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Now, the next album that I have to give an honorable mention to has to be Travis Scott, Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight. Now, the more you listen to this album, the more it grows on you. It's super hard. It was extremely hard for me not to put this album in my top albums of the year, just because, like, I really like this album. I really like how it's just real fun. It's real bouncy. It's real energetic. I really liked it. I will keep it real. I did say that Kid Cudi's feature on Through the Late Night, although I liked the song, it was real repetitive with Kid Cudi's humming. The song's dope. I'm just gonna have to keep it real. Almost every song on this album is straight heaters. Almost every song on this album is straight flames. I definitely recommend this album. The production is real turned. The production is lit, in my opinion. Like, it's just, you turn it on, and from the first song, you're like bouncing in your seat almost. As for my favorite songs of this album, like I said before on the review, I will say that it is Travis Scott featuring Kendrick Lamar on Goosebumps, and SDP, which is featuring Cassie. And we can't forget about Coordinate. But like I said, this album's dope. Have you guys checked it out? How did you guys feel about this album? If you liked it or if you didn't like it, put that in the comment section down below. But like I said, I recommend that you guys check out that album. Now, the next album that is an honorable mention of 2016 has to go to Meek Mill, DC4. Now, Meek Mill has had kind of a rough year, but then again, not really. But then when a lot of people turned their back on him, this boy bounced back heavy. He came back heavy. Meek Mill's DC4. First of all, let's keep it real. A lot of people that are fans of Drake, or a lot of people that are just, they hear about Meek Mill now, they automatically write him off because of that back-to-back song. They automatically write him off because of what happened with Drake. They automatically write him off, which is the wrong move, because this album right here is straight fire in every single way possible. Every single song on this album is straight heat. Like, every single song on this album is straight heat. There's not one song on this album that is not heat. Everything. The only bad part about this album is the Nicki Minaj features. Get Nicki Minaj off this album, because Nicki Minaj, struggle bar central. But the production is aggressive. The production is hard hitting. It's just crazy. I'm just keeping it real. So how did you guys like DC4? Did you guys even check it out? Did you guys like it? If so, put that in the comment section down below. But if you like aggressive music where he's all in your face, talking about the rollie, talking about the Wraith, talking about the houses, talking about the crib, telling you to get your money up, if you like that, then I recommend that you check out this album. Now, the next and the last album honorable mention of 2016 has to go to Kid Cudi, Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying. Now, this album, it was really hard not to put this album in the top albums of the year. I will say it now. I don't have the review up just yet, but I will say this album's dope. I will say this album is extremely fire. I will say that this album starts off from the first song to the 8th song with straight heat. Nothing lacking in the heat. From the first song to like song 11, it's just straight heat. I'm just keeping it real. It's really moody. It's real atmospheric. It's real mystical in a way. The beats are really wavy. His humming on this album is super dope. The production is super nice. Pharrell Williams has a song that's produced on here. He has, I believe, 2 songs that are produced on this album. And I believe that the songs that he produced were fire. It's flames. It was so crazy. I like the lyrics. I think that the lyrics is something that you really have to search up, think about. Like, this whole album is like about astral projection. And if you guys don't know what astral projection is, not gonna tell you. Do your due diligence. But this album is super dope, like I said. I do have a review on this album coming soon. But I will say that if you guys have not checked out this album, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Like, I'm for real. Like, stop it. But if you guys like wavy, mystical production and some nice humming and singing over an album, then I definitely recommend that you guys check out Kid Cudi, Passion Plane, and Demon Slaying, because I feel like if you're into that, then you will definitely enjoy this album. But alright, everybody, this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. How did you guys think about the honorable mentions? Was there some albums that you didn't think were honorable mentions and you wanted me to take those out and you thought that I'm crazy for putting those in there? Or do you think that there's some albums that I'm extremely crazy for forgetting? Just keep notice, these are honorable mentions, and I do have the top 10 albums of the year coming really soon. For most of the albums that I talked about, there are reviews for them, so if you guys want to see reviews for those, they will be in the description box below. Or if they're not in the description box below, you can just check inside the channel. But without further ado, I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, List Week has begun. And without further ado, I just gotta say, like always, blessings, 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 and yeah. Chris out.